So I've been using the MT48 from Neumann for the last year, and there are a few things that I really love about this gear, and only one thing that I don't like. I've had this now for around a year, and I think it's perfect time for me to actually talk about this. I've seen a lot of videos around, nothing but praises, and spoiler alert, I have nothing but praises for this device. So I'm not going to go into technical details, what it does and how it does it, but I can tell you for a fact that it does what it does, and it does it well. This is by far the highest dynamic range on any audio interface, period. The amount of power that these things emit, it's unbelievable. Talking about the Shure SM7B microphone, it takes it easy peasy. If you have a streaming setup and you need onboard processing, this thing has a compressor that sounds great, a noise gate that's amazing, EQ that just, it looks good, it sounds good, the curves are perfect. It's the software that comes with this, it's impeccable, even though you probably would never use it because it has enough screen here. You can just move around and it keeps getting updated, and that's something that I really like. I'm a guitar player and I use Line 6 product. That's one of the reasons why I like the Helix. You keep getting constant updates, constant support, and your existing device that is already good just keeps getting better. And yeah, and that's just a selling point, and that's one of the reasons I got it. So let's talk about what he has. 2 ADATs, one in and out, AS67, line out, XLR monitor out. That was really important for me because I have the Kali LP6s and they have XLR ins, and I just like the fact that I can just send XLR straight out from this and just send it into that. You have 2 combo jacks, and then you have 2 instrument and line input on the front, which makes your reamping or outboard gear just a bliss. I use this as a reamp box, just out of the box like that as well, even though I have a reamp box. But as a guitar player that records from home, this has been the best audio interface that I've used. Remember when I said I plugged my guitar into an amp simulator and I love how the Focusrite sound? Put that on stereos. That's how I feel with this. everything just immediately sounded better, sounded clearer. My wife came to the studio and just said there's something more crisp about my audio here, and thanks to the Neumann. Neumann is an household name. Everyone knows who Neumann is. Like, at least anyone that can afford one knows exactly what a Neumann microphone is. You know what their preamp is. You know what they stand for. They've been around for years, and I believe they are part of Sennheiser as well. And they also acquired this company called Antelope, which makes this exactly. Which takes me to my second point. A lot of people actually thought they just slapped their name on it and just took the Antelope one. And no, this was redesigned. They made a lot of different changes to this to make it Neumann and to make it usable for an home studio person. The Antelope is more central to bigger studio, bigger setup, more network-based audio interface, not really for an average consumer like myself or a small home studio setup like myself. This takes that gap between the professional home studio commercial setup and home setup and stays in the middle of it. So it's perfect for both. I've seen this in high-end studios and I've seen this in home studios like myself. It's not exactly cheap. It's probably the most expensive audio interface in that range when it comes to like home studio setup. In that range, this is probably the most expensive one. So how have I enjoyed using it, and what are the features that I love the most? Number one, look back. That is amazing. Like, it's just there. I can play back my instrument, go on live stream or do a video recording and just sound great, record my guitar live and just love it. It's perfect. Number two, the ins and outs are perfect. The converters on these things are unbelievable. The 4 in and outs are perfect. And I also expanded it through my Behringer ADAT. Added 2 extra inputs for my aux box, my drums and all that good stuff. Always, sometimes when I'm playing bass, I just use that to go into it. So I'm using a total of 12 ins on this small piece of gear, which is amazing. It has an inbuilt fan which cools it down. It's not really been loud to an annoying point, but you will notice that it's there, and I've had scenarios where I actually heard the fan kicking, but never had a problem with that. Another thing that I like is the touchscreen, like being able to adjust faders and have 4 different mixes. So now I like to record for social media with a different mix. So when I have my studio set up, when I'm recording at home in my studio here, I have a different setup. I have that controls to that monitor. And when I want to record for social media, if you know me, when I'm recording for YouTube, I don't like doing post-production. I mix everything live, send it straight to my camera audio, and maybe just boost up the gain in post. That's how I record. And if you want a video on that, I can leave a comment in the description and I'll make another video. I actually have one existing video for that. So this is just me ranting about this audio interface, basically. The fact that you have 4 different mixes. So on my monitor A mix, I have this Kali on that monitor A. Monitor B, I have my sub and another tiny speaker on my desk there for that. So I can have different mixes going into those individual mixes. And for the headphone too, that goes to my stream desk, either my phone when I'm on IG Live or my camera. What I do on that one is I boost up the gain on my microphone, I boost up my playback audio, and I can adjust a few EQs and parameters on that as well. And I can have a total different mix going into my own headphones, because I don't like to hear my microphone in my ear. I can turn off my microphone on that one and have my microphone go to my live stream. So it's packed. Control and dedicated outputs. It's perfect. That's number 3 thing I like about it. Number 4 is the size, the build quality and the size. It just fits on your desk perfectly. It looks very professional. The knob is minimalistic. It's just one color and everything just lays out perfectly on your desk. The layout is easy to use. I didn't read any user manual to start using this. You understand it right on top, out of the box. You know what to click. You tap on it, you see your preamp settings, you see your EQ, you see your dynamics, you see mute, and it's just great. The 4th or the 5th thing actually that I really like about this, it's snapshots. Now, someone like myself that get bored easily or just want to change things around, a few times in different recordings. Sometimes I have a session that's quite different from another one, so I tweak things around. Having the ability to save whatever settings that I have here, whatever mix that I have here, and being able to recall that back, it's impeccable. It's perfect. It's great. It's cannot, I don't know how to explain it. It's just perfect. Like I can save a preset for live broadcast. I can save a preset for recording guitar. I can have a snapshot for recording drums. Different mix for different use scenarios. And I think you have up to like 20 snapshots that you can save and recall at any point in time. So I don't have to crack my head like, oh, what was it my gain? Like at this point, how did I set this up? What output was sent to what? I don't have to. I can just save them as different preset and just recall them over time. That is priceless to me. And that's one of the features that I use the most. Number 6, the onboard effects are great. The reverb sounds perfect. For example, when you're recording vocals, it doesn't record the reverb into your DAW, but I mean, it's good for monitoring, and I do like that as well. I've had a vocalist come here and I just sent that and she loved it, and that was good. Another thing that I like on the onboard effects is the EQ. It's too good to be free, and it's too good to come. It looks like something they should have sold separately, but it's that good. The compressor is all right too. I mean, you get that compression, but the gate, however, it's really good. Like sometimes I'm doing like a voiceover talk video here, and I'll have my kids making noise upstairs. I'll just kick in the gate, and anything below that threshold, it just cuts it out, and it's smooth. Like it's not robotic or anything. It's just perfect. And if you know anything about noise cancellation, you know everything can get really robotic and annoying. So that is also good. 7, support. I've never had a problem with this. The support is great. You can update it at any point in time, and you can always get help. They're constantly releasing software updates, which is great. Another thing, future-proof. This, even when there are no more software updates, you can still use this and still enjoy it. It will always work. And that's one thing I like about gears. I want gears that are future-proof, that are not totally reliant on a support software. Antelope. Unlike my Antelope over there, I'm actually using that for the rest of the month. I'm using the Zen Quadro. Like I said in my last video, I'm going to use it for a whole month and see how I like it or how I don't. So it kind of took the place of the Neumann on my desk, but it doesn't mean it's going to be there permanently. I just want, use it and experience what it's like to have that in my workflow. Future updates, being future proof, it just does it, and it does it well. So if you're looking for an audio interface and budget is not a problem, and I'm beginning to see it cheaper on the used market as well, 1600, 1700, you could get a good deal for these. Black Friday is coming up, so you can just be on the lookout to probably pick one of these up for like 1500, which is kind of a steal for me. Let me know if you have any questions, if you're using the MT48 or you're using any other audio interface, and how you're actually using them. This has been my experience for the past year, and I just feel I should share it with you guys. It's great. I've had no complaints so far. The only complaint that I do have is the fact that this is not a bus powered, and then you need a specific type of USB power brick to power these. Other than that, I don't have any problem. I guess that's just me being spoiled, but plug it to power and you're good to go. So it's not really travel friendly in my own opinion. Even though it's meant to be like that, but I would rather travel with like the Zen Quadro that doesn't require any other power source to power this up. I know you can power this up with just a USB brick, but yeah, still would like the convenience of having this bus power. But then it packs a lot of punch, so I understand why bus power might not be sufficient to carry all what this device is doing, because it's a standalone device on its own, and that makes that understandable. So thank you for listening to me around. My name is Dami. I'm an audio engineer and a guitar player right here in New Jersey. I do gear reviews, home studio setup, design, and all that good stuff. So if that's your vibe, you can subscribe and like and share this video. Thank you for watching.